More refugees about to be pouring in. Thanks, Obama, or Biden, or whatever. Commie shutdowns are causing unforeseen problems and foreseen problems with flying, schools, and globalist government. And malicious MeToo movement, women and gays are spreading accusations again. What a mess. And also, Men's Forum tonight, guys, 7 p.m. at Bond. It's the first Thursday of the month. Here in Los Angeles, rebuildingtheman.com/events. This is the end of hour one of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Stay tuned for hour two, Jesse Lee Peterson. We'll be right back. But first, Hake news, not fake news. Biden is trying to undermine the President Trump's work. CNN reports that evil President Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, has pledged to allow 125,000 refugees into the U.S. every year, starting in the next fiscal year, which begins October 1st. But Biden is expected to make an immediate increase or intermediate increase in the current cap set by the Trump administration, which was just 15,000. I heard that no refugees came in at one point. Biden is evil. And Trump appointee is suing the Biden administration, alleging illegal termination threat, according to the Epoch Times. Nice. Fighting for your rights. And the communist shutdown fallout. Wow. CNN quotes one person as saying, "I placed too much confidence in assuming that it would all come back to me as second nature." So said an anonymous pilot in a June report explaining why he or she neglected to turn on the critical anti-icing system on the airplane the pilot was flying. The communist shutdowns and oppressive rules over the Chinese pandemic means that pilots are flying less, and many say it's making their skills rusty, which can cost even more lives, right? And the Epoch Times reports that San Francisco is suing its own school district in a bid to speed the return of in-person classes. I told you before that Chicago City has the same conflict with its teachers union. They don't want to go back to school. What a mess. By the way, a Chinese resident under the virus lockdown stabbed a pandemic control volunteer to death. Wow. I thought the Chinese were peaceful. Epoch Times reports that a pandemic control volunteer in northeastern China was stabbed to death February 3rd, just yesterday, while attempting to block a resident from leaving his apartment complex. Crazy. Also, by the way, the World Health Organization, the evil UN's corrupt WHO, reappointed Michael Bloomberg as global ambassador. Oh, gosh. This is the same old anti-Christian New York Democrat billionaire guy who founded the anti-Second Amendment Every Town for Gun Safety. As if he should be trusted with anything. The Epoch Times reports that former U.S. Democrat presidential candidate and former New York mayor Michael Bloomberg has again been named as one of the World Health Organization's, WHO, globalist ambassadors. A third time as WHO Global Ambassador for Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries, which is supposedly has a connection to COVID, right? That communist Dr. Tedros announced it in a joint statement with this guy. It's no surprise. The evil UN's corrupt WHO are evil, so are all Democrats. Women at the Skim ask, when will it end? Warning, this story mentions sexual abuse, which could be triggering to some readers. Don't worry, I'm not going to read the disgusting details of these females' accusations. But the story is more alleged, quote-unquote, abuse survivors are stepping forward. Over the last few years, the MeToo movement, hashtag MeToo, has opened the doors for sexual assault or harassment survivors to come forward and share their stories, whether they're true or not. Women and gays lying, gossiping, attention-seeking, holding grudges, taking revenge, just everything evil that you're not supposed to do. But the fight against so-called sexual violence is far from over, the ladies at the Skim say. The CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which is corrupt, part of the United States' Health and Human Services, very corrupt organization, has found that supposedly nearly 1 in 5 women and 1 in 38 men have survived an attempted or completed rape in their lifetime. Numbers are suspect. But one report has found 23% of survivors of rape or sexual assault have reported their attacks. They're throwing wild accusations against Armie Hammer, Marilyn Manson, John Weaver, and more. I'm James Hake.